Hello beautiful people. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about traveling with le natural hair. What's that mean? Anyways, natural hair, and just kind of talk about my journey of traveling and being natural. And those kind of came hand in hand together around about the same time. So, well, not really around about the same time, that's a lie. I moved to Korea in 2011 and I went natural in 2014, like March. Yeah. So I'm coming up to 3 years natural now. And it's been very interesting traveling and being natural. I think for people who were natural before they traveled or were already natural or have been natural for a while, maybe the transition will be a bit harder because you're used to being able to do specific regimes, having specific products, and just being in an area where you can get what you need and you know where to get it. But becoming or transitioning to natural while I was traveling, the pro of that was the fact that I didn't know anything else other than what I was currently living in my situation. So I didn't know. I knew what was out there and what I could potentially have, but I never had it, so it didn't bother me too much not being able to access certain products. I mean, it was annoying, but at the end of the day, I was just like, it's whatever. It's not like I had to transition from using all these products to going pretty minimal because of the fact that I was either living in a country where I couldn't get it or on the move. So traveling while natural can be hard. It can be challenging, and it can be in a lot of ways it can be challenging and it can be interesting. Not only are people fascinated by your hair to like the places you travel. If you go around Asia, you'll find people are curious and fascinated with your hair regardless of really its state. Honestly, it doesn't matter if it's like natural or if you got braids in, they're just gonna be very curious. When I went to China, I found that a lot of people were touching my braids. Like, that was the biggest fascination. The whole time I was in China, the first time I went, in July last year, the whole time I was in China, like I would feel this tug, like every day. It happened at least once or twice a day, maybe I'd say 4 or 5 times a day. But this specific thing only happened a couple of times a day, but the fascination happened constantly. But I would find that I would find people tugging on my braids randomly as I'm just standing there having a conversation with someone. I'll feel this yank, like boom, boom, and I'd turn around and of course there'll be someone there like sheepishly looking at me. Or like, wow, you know, they're just so fascinated with the hair because they don't see it. So it is fascinating. So you will get a lot of people fascinated with your natural hair, especially if you have like big natural hair. I find that people will be really interested in it. And if you have braids, any kind of different afro type of hairstyle. So that is one thing. There's one interesting thing about having natural hair and traveling is the fascination of other cultures who aren't used to seeing natural hair. Also, yeah, people will touch your hair. So if you're one of those people who hate people touching your hair, and I get it, I'm still like, I don't really mind. I mean, with the braid thing, that was kind of annoying just because it's like, I'd be like randomly in conversation, I'd feel out of nowhere, or I'd be standing silently staring at like a view, and I'd feel out of nowhere someone tugging on my hair, and it was scary. It was just scary. That's the only thing that got me about it was the shock. Like, it shocked me. I was like, please announce your arrival, not by tugging on my hair, but like tapping on my shoulder or something, you know. So I found that it was a bit shocking. But yeah, people will touch your hair. So if you don't like people touching your hair, you might have a problem with traveling and having your natural hair out and in a state where people can play with it, or that they want to play with it, or that they're just so tempted because they get this urge, they're so tempted to just put their hands in it. I don't know. My friend Colin does that a lot. He likes putting his hands in my hair and I don't mind it at all. I think it's quite hilarious actually. I just think, what's he thinking when he's putting his hands in my hair? It's just like, it's so spongy, probably. Or on set. Most people on set, when I'm on set, they try and stay away from my hair because they just know they just can't do it. But there's always got to be the one guy. There's like one guy, two, it's always the guys actually, the male hairdressers who are just, they're just adamant that they have to battle the thing that is my natural hair. So there's this one guy who's like, he just kept calling my hair spongy for like, on a 3-day shoot I did a 3-day night shoot for a movie called Mr. Lemoncello's Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library, and the hair guy there, he was just like, he called me spongy for 3 days straight. He's like, spongy, spongy, your hair's so spongy, and it was kind of funny. But he was right, yeah, my hair's pretty spongy. I mean, it absorbs like a sponge, like moisture, just suck the moisture out of everything. But yeah, so yeah, people would like to put their hands in your hair. It's just part of it. It's part of having their natural hair. And if you don't want people to put their hands in your hair, or someone else, just tell them no. If you don't feel comfortable with them touching your hair. What else? Finding products can be difficult. My biggest resource right now is using iHerb. I've used them since Korea. It's just cheap, so cheap. Oh my god, I bought a French press from there once. It broke, sadly, so I got a refund, but it was so nice. before it broke in the box. But yeah, it was super nice. But yeah, it was so cheap. It was like $3. So they have this page where you have loads of deals, which is really easy to kind of like, I used to go on there and just buy stuff because it was cheap. It was so bad, you know, when you just get addicted to a store, you just can't help but go and spend money. Yeah, I did that a lot. So yeah, iHerb is a great place, a great way to get stuff to you if you live out in the sticks, or if you live somewhere else where you can't access lots of natural hair products. They have so much there. But yeah, I use iHerbs. Feel free to use my referral link down below, you know. I just get a little bit commission if you do that. But I'm not sponsored by iHerb. I wish I was. Like, iHerb, sponsor me, please. Finding products is difficult, so try and bring what you can, but try not to bring too much. If you can, when traveling, and you know you're going to be traveling for a while, and you can't take a lot, just try minimize the liquids you have. Because that's the toughest part, I think, about traveling, is having liquids. Not only do they spill and ruin your stuff when they leak, especially oils, oh my god, good luck getting that out of your clothes, but there's also allowances. If you're going to be doing only hand luggage travel, you're going to find that having loads of liquid is just going to weigh you down, and it's just going to stop you from being able to take other liquids that might be more important, that you might need more than to have the hair oil. Or you could just take one hair oil and like shea butter or something else that isn't like liquidy to use together, and that's it. Yeah, pretty much it. Just try and minimize. I'm so dumb. Try and minimize the amount of liquids you take, because it just makes it so difficult when you're traveling. And also try not to take massive tubs. Buy those little containers where you can divide up all the stuff you have and put them into little tubs, and more travel friendly tubs. So when you're traveling, you're not lugging this stuff around, and it's not a burden on your back, and it's just not a burden in general, and you're not spilling it everywhere. Because there's no good reason for you to take a massive thing of shea butter when you could just take like that much and it'll last you like 2 months. So be obviously smart about those things, because you just don't want to end up throwing out stuff that you're gonna later need. Oh my god, that's the worst. When I was in Korea, I chucked so much stuff away when I was leaving, because I was hoarding like hair products for no good reason, and I realized that I was gonna be moving to Canada real soon, and there was no way I was gonna ship this because it was heavy as heck, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna throw it. So I threw it all away, and I was like, what a waste of money. Like that's pretty heartbreaking for me. So don't do it. Try and be smart. Don't do what I did. Another great tip is to minimize, I just mean that word, minimize your regime. Try and break it down to its bare minimums. I know some people who just use water and oil in their hair. That's it. Water and oil for the whole for the whole thing, and their hair is healthy. Like, try and, you know, bring it back down, like, to the bare necessities of what you need to do for your hair to be healthy and to survive through your travel journey. But yeah, those are a few tips, and a few of my, ooh, I got a text message, please say it's, would you like to work? Ooh, I got a booking. Awesome. Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. Can I book you? Oh, yes please. Oh yeah, so people like to touch your hair. Try and bring less liquids. Minimize your hair regime. Protective styles are your friends. If you could do a protective style, do the protective style to save your hair the pain and struggles of bad weather, and just, you know, waking up in the morning and not having done your hair the night before and walking out with God knows what. Like, whoo, mate, I've done that so many times and I've just regretted it so instantly. Or when you fell asleep, it's not even that you went to sleep, you fell asleep and the hair was just up twisted, and you just like woke up and what is this half matted thing on my head? So yeah, try and do protective stuff. You know you're traveling for a long period of time and you don't want to deal with your hair, make sure you do take care of your hair underneath, because trust me, I did braids for the last 2 months and my hair was in dire straits when I undid it. Like, oh, I have been, the amount of shedding and breakage I've had over the last 2 months has broken my heart. I tried T-rinse, which seems to be working. What else did I do? I trimmed my ends. I trimmed my ends finally. My ends needed a trim. I realized I hadn't trimmed my hair in a year, which probably explains a lot of the breakage. So I trimmed my ends, so they're a bit healthier now, so I'm happy. Slowly the shedding has decreased and the breakage hopefully will keep decreasing. So yeah, it's hopefully both of those are going to decrease and that my hair won't fall out. And yeah, it's thinned out so much. Like, I mean, my hair's already fine, but yeah, you can imagine having shedding and breakage only makes it finer, or only makes it less dense and look gappy. But yeah, anyway, I've been enjoying my natural journey. I'm almost 3 years natural and it's been so interesting. I didn't know what to expect when I went natural. I just was really tired of relaxing my hair myself, because I used to relax my hair myself in Korea all the time and I just got bored of doing it. Not bored, just tired. I was so tired. I was tired of doing it. My hair was already thin, so I was just like, I just don't want to do that anymore. So I stopped and that was it. I went natural and I haven't looked back, and I don't want to go back to relaxed hair, God forbid. I don't see myself ever doing it, to be honest. I'm enjoying just playing with it and trying to figure out what styles I like and trying to figure out some other protective styles. I think I'm gonna do crochet braids soon for work, but other than that, yeah, traveling while natural is something to get used to and you can do it. I believe in you. So good luck. This was just a quick video. I have no makeup on because, well, I originally wanted to come and just do a video without makeup on, and then after I was like, oh, my eyebrows, I should probably do my eyebrows, you know, at least that's the common courtesy I can do for you guys. Put on some eyebrows, abs. But yeah, I realized I left my makeup bag in my boyfriend's car. So Carl has that now and is driving around town with it. So that'd be great if you could bring that back tonight. But I left my makeup bag in there, so I was like, well, I'm definitely not putting on eyebrows now. So this is me, guys. Anyways, sorry about the boobage. I'll see you soon. Annyeong.